Hi guys, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion.
Real,
Bro, and we're saying it all. Welcome back to our channel, guys, and if you're new, a very special welcome.
Welcome.
Our little family.
Very good to have you here.
It's
Please
good
subscribe.
times. Good times, learning, no judgment, etc. You will learn more. Check out our previous videos and subscribe. Might as well, since you're here. So today's topic is it's really just about what we would tell ourselves back at uni. Do you know how you look back sometimes at uni days and you're like,
Kale, I wish I knew.
Kale, if I had known this, I would have this.
Yeah.
If I had known this, I would have that. So it's just really like little Fiona, this is the advice that I would give you. Do this or don't do that. So yeah, we're just going to jump right in. Claire?
I think my first point is, I'm just looking at my phone because I have loads of notes. I tell myself that life does not have to look for me as it looks for other people. So you know how we've grown up as African Ugandan women. There's a sequence. You're born, you go to preschool, you go to primary school, finish P1 to P7, then you go to get into Budo, Gayaza, all Namagunga, Nabisunsa, all those schools. And if you don't get into those, you're
doomed. Yeah.
You are less
Human.
you know.
Yeah.
And then you get into those schools. You do S1 to S4, S6 to S4 to S6, and then you do VAC, and then you do campus. 3
The whole
years,
thing.
and then by campus you have to have a boyfriend who's going to marry you, because otherwise you might kudiba on the shelf. Kudiba means you might stay on the shelf, and then you get married. As soon as you get married, pregnant, you know, after
House
you are
cars,
number one, number two, number three, hopefully you also have a job in the meantime, or you're a housewife with a successful husband, guys.
Yeah.
Like we grew up with this
Like template.
Yes, it was a template, and I feel like a lot of 20-year-olds or 22, whatever, a lot of young women are trying to fit themselves into that template.
And
Yeah.
if you deviate,
It feels like
deviate,
you are
feels like
lost.
you are.
feels like,
Like you failed.
what? You're finished campus, no boyfriend to marry you.
And then?
You're 20 what, and you have no job.
Yeah.
Or you don't make this kind of money, or you don't drive this kind of car, or
Yeah.
you're married and you don't have kids, or you know, there's just this really specific template that we were all supposed to fit into, and yet we're different. It's like having one size fits all clothes.
Yeah.
Does that make sense? It's just, I will not fit in the way you do. You will not fit in. Some people will not fit into it. Some people, it will be too big. That's not how life works. And for me, I wish I'd known that, because I was that template. You know, go to. Okay, so there's some things I didn't go to the Namagungas and stuff, and you know,
Auntie, you were in international school.
But I did do the high school, you know, and after high school you go to uni, and after uni you come back, you need to get a job that pays you this much.
Yeah.
You need to get a husband. I came back to uni without a husband, and I felt like an absolute failure. You get, like, I was getting old. I was 22, you know. So it felt like I was going to
Can you
Kudiba
imagine
on the
20?
shelf.
Yeah, I now look at
Do you know what I
it,
mean?
like,
It's
I feel like
such
it's so young.
babies.
It's so young.
I feel like it's 19.
No, yes. You have no business making lifelong decisions, in my opinion. Now, other people have a different opinion, but you're so young, you haven't tested life. You haven't seen life. You're just out of university, you're starting your life. So how do you know, making lifelong decisions at that age? You know, and anyway, so that's, for me, is one of the very first things I tell my 22-year-old.
Yeah.
Like, do what you feel like. Don't do it because other people want you to, or the pressure.
Yeah.
It feels like sometimes feels like you're trying to fit, you know, I think of trying to fit a square into a circle.
Yeah.
That's exactly
I
what
feel like
that
a lot
template,
of us
yes.
feel that you're just there, you're trying to fit, but again, you're not fitting. Like, your normal way that you feel within yourself
not
is not in the
fitting.
template, and it's just,
Yeah.
it's confusing, it's
Yeah.
exhausting, and has made for a lot of frustrated 20-somethings.
Yeah.
And bad decisions.
Yeah.
Bad decisions, Prim.
For me, first of all, I need to first, like, put it out there.
Okay.
The price of curtains is not what you think it is. I wish I knew that the price of curtains, friends, is higher in
Than you
reality
think.
Than I think.
Amen.
So Prim of university or Prim in the 20s, the price of curtains is high. Anyway, the first thing that I feel like we would have known, that I wish I had known, is the power of our decisions and choices. Everything in life comes down to choice and the decisions that you make. And let no one lie to you that and every decision, there's a repercussion. For
You're
every
always
decision.
one decision away from a different life.
Yes, exactly. That's where it came from. Whatever you don't like, you change it. Whatever you don't like, you change it. And I've come a long way, and I've realized that there are things that have been very intentional about changing. Like when people look at me now, and I'm quite really organized, and I like to be organized, but my roommates in university will tell you that my clothes were everywhere, on their beds, on the chair, on the desk, everywhere, right? But now that's not who I am, because I became very intentional about it. So your choices, are very, very important. That's something you need to learn at a very, very young age. And each time you're faced with a situation, I hope that you see it and actually absorb it the way it should be, as this is a moment where I'm making such and such a decision. It's not a matter of, oh, let me go this way. Like whether you make it off your head, or whether you think through it, there will be a repercussion for whatever decision and whatever path that we take in our lives. And it may not be like I'm not saying by repercussion, I don't mean it's like a bad thing, but there'll always be results for whatever decision we make.
Yes.
Yeah.
Oh, that's a big one. Actually, that's a one for life. Everything you do literally has
a repercussion.
You need to be able to figure out, can I live with
what
will come from
yes.
here? Like, can I live with that decision?
Yeah.
Right. I feel like now my first point is kind of like coming from that one, because every time I think about uni, and I've talked about this a lot, I think about career path, because for me, I did law, and surprise. So
you're welcoming them to your channel.
Welcome to my channel. So I think I would tell uni me that it's okay to drop out of law school after first year, because legit, I wanted to drop out of law school after first year.
It doesn't mean you're a failure.
It doesn't. You guys, you can drop out and move on.
I went to law school 1 year.
Like, you can drop out and move on. It felt like something I could not do. It felt like, manange, how? I'm a firstborn. Like,
you have to feel like on your shoulder.
Do you realize that most, and I'm not even like giving some, I don't know, sympathy to firstborns or something, because in our own way we're also toxic. However, there's a way your parents make it. There's a parents burden these firstborn children with the whole. You're the example of your
siblings. Yes.
So you feel like, how do I quit?
It feels impossible to fail. Like you're like failing.
Yes.
Are you mad?
Yes.
I'm failing. How then? What is the example? So I wish that I had known that it's okay. That I can drop out and do my school and be kawa.
I wish I'd not finished economics, the economics degree that I have. I
didn't know that.
Do you know, for me, it was a bit different. I've never
had
about
that
it.
I don't like it.
Not from my parents.
Yeah,
really.
But you know, it depends also on how you've been brought up, Claire. I feel like your environment was a lot
exactly
more...
as I pleased.
It was more enabling to do what you wanted. A lot of us, it was a different story, but I wish I had I wish I'd known that. That's what I'd say
it's okay. It's okay. If you're watching this and
chill.
You're having a hard time, like your parents forced you to do IT because our parents believe, oh, lately, being a software engineer is a good thing or whatever. If you're being forced to do engineering or whatever, and you don't want to actually do it, I hope that you have the courage to start again. Like in second year or third year, decide.
It actually saves you a lot of time wasting.
Yes.
Because you waste so much time doing something you don't want to do.
How many years are these? I have a degree, I have a postgrad. Welcome to my channel.
Yeah.
So now, what's...
So much. That
and the same way you can actually,
And
the same way you can actually go and do that degree that you always wanted. Let's say you wanted to be a lawyer, but you did social sciences or you did economics.
You can go back
you can
now.
start over.
Yeah.
You can
True.
start
You can
over.
go back now.
Okay.
So I think my next one would be, there's so many beautiful ways, different ways to live life. And why I'm saying this is because your level of success, your idea of success is different from mine.
Oh, that's true.
Yeah.
So most people have like a canvas of success.
Yeah.
I need to look like...
have a house at 30.
I need to, or have a big house, and everyone wants to be rich. But I'm telling you now that it's okay not to want to be rich. It's okay to want to be comfortable. I personally, I think I'm gunning for comfortable. being able to afford what I want when I want it, you know, but not just money. Some people want the luxury of time, that I can do with my time as I please. I do not have a boss between 9 to, because if you have a job, for me personally, my level of success is not the amount of money I have. It's not really. It's the level of, one, I need to be free to be wherever I want to be. So freedom of location, freedom of time, freedom of financial freedom as well comes with that. So whereas someone is going to say, I need to have, let's say, $1 million in my account, that's fine. That is someone else's idea of success.
Yeah.
We don't all want to live on Kololo Hill. Some of us are fine with Entebbe, you know, or Jinja. Some people want to retire into the Kabale Mountains. And that's okay. Figure out what your idea of success is. I feel like at 20, it was the canvas, the success canvas. You have to be rich, you know, which is very disappointing when you're at 30 and you're not rich. After campus. Not anywhere near.
Having a job immediately after campus.
Because you reach 30, because now like I'm 32, and then I think about what I thought I should have at 32 now, and you can get like disappointed and confused.
Very, yeah.
You know, and it feels like you're not successful, yet you're successful.
I thought I would have my first child at 31.
I thought by now I'd have like 4 kids. I'm only on number 1, and I'm not quite sure I want another. But
things change.
Things change. So and you allow yourself to evolve as well. I remember when I was younger, it was, you have to have this many kids. You have to, because that was what was told to us is success. You know, but for me, my level of success is different from yours. So don't ever let anybody let you feel like you're not successful when you actually, for me, even just being here, I'm so successful. Just being here, having a YouTube channel with 20,000 you know, subscribers. We hadn't made much money out of it yet. But for me, this is a level of success. Allow yourself to grow from level to level, from level to level. Dreams come true slowly. I wish I'd known that. Somehow we had sold that. When our parents kind of like, for us, we were like, they made it seem like they were perfect. Like they didn't go through what we're going through, you know? But then if they really sat us down and told us the stories, they got rich at 34, 44, 45. Not at 25. It's impossible.
That's true. It's just that our parents, that's why they hide their age. Your parents can never tell you their age because you gauge. When did I start? When did you start eating bread and chicken every day? Daddy was 48 and you realize that while you were younger and he was telling you we suffered to get here, blah, 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 he was in his 30s and he was broke.
Anyway, so that's my second one.
For me, I think the second one is that your fears have come true, they've come to pass, and you've survived. Or, if they've not yet, they will come true, and you will not die, and you'll survive. Like the things that we are most afraid of, we are afraid of failure, we're afraid of rejection, we're afraid of so many things, and to tell you the truth, some of them will come true, and you will not die. As simple as that. You'll survive that. You'll survive.
True. That's a good one, because sometimes you think like this one thing will happen and why your world is going to shut up. You know? My other point that I thought of is I would tell Kemi that it is okay to be single. Now, I don't know if you guys have watched How I Met Your Mother. There was this episode where there was this girl, she was called Abigail. I can't remember her name, it was an A name. And she had a window. Like she would literally break up today, within a window of like 2 hours, she's in a new relationship. Legit, you guys, I don't remember exactly you being single properly in uni, period. Like, I was in relationship after relationship. I did not know how to be single for a long time.
Hardy.
You guys, like, I wasn't even party. I was never really a party girl, ever, honestly. But I don't know, you get into uni, first year you're a shining
star. You'd open your door and be like,
all the boys, you just choose the line.
Literally, as this one is getting out, there's already someone
you're like, next, coming in, as if you had waxing appointments.
Right?
Next.
Literally, it was like, what, you like the season's diamond for an entire year. So, man, I didn't know it was okay to be single. Like, I would really tell her, sis, calm down. You can just be single. Because I think it made for a lot of situations I didn't need to be in that I really could have lived without. So, Kemi at 20 to 21, it is okay to be single. I
think my next one is you know, those bucket lists, they're okay to make.
Yeah.
It's okay to make, but take them far. So most people, what we did was make a bucket list. I want to do this, I want to go there. Without a plan, plan. I would tell myself to plan.
That's very
look
true.
at your bucket list. These things don't happen magically. For some reason, when you're 20, you think your bucket list is just going to appear, and suddenly you're going to the Alps, or you're doing what? It needs a plan. Tick off one by one. Now, unfortunate, I had the chance to do quite a bit when I was 20. In my 20s, my life was very colorful. I traveled a lot. I got up and lived in the Seychelles, just, you know, and without the approval of my parents. But that's neither here nor there, but that was me. So what I would love to say to 20-year-old Claire is, you have a bucket list. You want to do all these things. By the time you're this, make a plan.
Yep.
Do you have a plan? If you're out there and you have a bucket list, you have a plan, or it's just there.
Yeah.
You know, it's just a list of things with ticks. How do you think you're going to go to climb the Alps if you do not have a plan for financial?
Yeah.
If
you're not climbing mountains here and you're working out, that's true.
So make a plan. I'd so totally start to be like, okay, I make a plan. You can get an odd job here and there, even if you're waiting tables. How much they pay you? 200K. How much is it to go to the Alps? I need like 3 years of stay. You're still in your parents' home, so you can do it. You can actually do so much when you're still living in your parents' home. Do you know how much I wish I had done? There's so much more I could have done. Like right now, I wish I had someone take care of my fuel, because our parents were very. They were not those ones that you need to suffer. They are not of the suffer culture, my parents. So I'd get my chameleon. When I first got my first job, I was making 1 million, and that was all for me. And then it was finished within the first week, and I'd go and look at my parents for some money for fuel to go to work. You know, my parents were never one of those ones of you may have a job and stuff, because they understood this is the stage.
Before you comment on this and start saying Claire is showing off or whatever, sorry for you and your parents who are not giving you these things.
So, like, what do you want her to do?
What do you want her to do?
That was my reality.
Is she going to lie about her reality?
That was my reality.
Is she not authentic because she used to get 1 million and allowance?
Check yourself.
Check
that was my salary. That was my salary, not allowance. Yes. So then you get finished. Obviously, you have like a slight lecture from my mom. You know, and then she'll give you the fuel. That's what she, you know. So she wasn't really that suffer culture. Yeah. My parents have never been that. Anyway, so I could have that 1 million.
You could have used.
Do you know how many planes? Like that was 12 million. For me, just me, single. Yeah. I have no responsibilities. I don't have to pay bills.
Rent, nothing.
Nothing. Like my food, I found it home, and my parents are not of those things of you eat posho. If you want to eat anything more, but posho you buy yourself. Everything you wanted to eat was there. You know. Yeah. So if you're living at home, banana, and you're making your 500,000. Plan for it and tick off 1 or 2 things off your bucket list.
No, I think it's also like, I feel like even when we're at uni, at least UG, I don't know other places, but like, I feel like we don't have a good education of how to manage your money.
That's true.
To actually see even my other point of how,
even me, that's
I wish I'd planned my money a lot better. Like there was a time when I was actually because the way our school was set up, you see, we had as if a summer holiday because it was that US system. There were times when I was working, I'm making like 500K. Where would that money go?
You don't know.
I don't know. I don't know.
So instead of buying the bags and the shoes that no one really cares about.
For
me, I'd be like, no, instead of buying those expensive bags, no one really cares about.
The bags.
If you want to buy the bags, absolutely. But if you have a bucket list of you want to go to Mombasa, let's say, and travel to see whatever, plan for that money. You can actually do it every year.
Gotcha. Yeah.
You can go once to one place a year.
Yeah. And we had so much more time
we actually had a lot more money when we were younger. Just we're making more now, but it all goes.
Yeah, you're paying rent, you're paying what?
Anyway. So yeah, that's my next one.
Yeah. My next one, which may actually be my last one because we've talked about saving money and it was my last one. I think my next one is how you speak to yourself really matters. That's how you speak to yourself really matters. Actually, this occurred to me in the morning, and I was thinking about how like my struggles with like weight fluctuations and everything, and I realized that over the years, I think I've been so mean to myself, so mean. And this morning I looked in the mirror and I was like, you know what? This body has not had like cancer. It hasn't had any diseases. but I've hated you. You get.
Yeah.
So I was like, you know what? I'm not going to fail you because you've not failed me all this time. Right?
So you want to talk
touch
badly about.
You've not. Yes, I'm
about
like, how
your
is it that I've
body?
hated you yet?
Yeah. Yet
You've cared for me.
Yeah.
You've
Like
carried
you've
me.
held me
There's
down.
not day that I don't go to hospital often. I never suffer. I don't get diseases.
Yeah.
But there I am saying I hate you, blah blah blah. So I'm like, if you've supported me this much, this far,
Yeah.
I'm going to do the same.
Yeah,
I'm going to do the same, and I'm going to take care of you. I'm going to do everything,
Yeah.
and I won't let you down. So I realized that how you talk to yourself really matters from so many different ways. It could be you failing in class. It could be whatever struggles you have.
Yeah.
So you could choose you could make the decision to either say you're dumb, you'll never be good enough, blah blah blah,
Yeah.
or you could just make the decision to to just work around it, to work on yourself, to like, you know what, from today, let's do our best. If it's reading books, we are going to pass, we are going to read books, we are going to do coursework, we are going to do these things. So how you talk to yourself in this world matters. You realize that that's how you talk to other people. You realize that that's how other people talk to you.
Yes.
Because you'll find that that's the aura that you attract. So how
you're putting out anyway.
That's what you're putting out anyway. So.
And I feel like, just to add on to that, like, society has told us how to talk to our bodies. We need to change that mindset.
Yeah, you've been told that you have to hate it for you to change it. You have to hate this place you're in for you to change it.
And that's the funny
But you
thing,
could
that it
approach
does
it
the
with
exact
kindness.
opposite. No,
Yeah.
it does the exact opposite.
Yeah.
There are times I look at myself and I'm like, hey,
You hate it
look at
and you're
that
like,
you big
yeah.
fat, look at my reward.
Yeah.
And then all you're going to do is sink yourself even further,
Yeah.
because every time you think of doing exercise, you're going to be like, but I'm
I
never
just
going
wanted
lose
to
this
die.
weight.
Like, I just want to
How
die.
long is it going
You
to
just like,
take
you know
me
what?
to lose
Yeah.
this weight?
Yeah.
But if you come up and approach it from a point of love and say, this is the body I love, it has taken care of me my entire life,
Yeah.
it has been good to
Birthed
me,
your
and I'm
children.
going to look after it.
Yeah.
Then it will
different.
it
I
will
realize-
inspire you
Yeah.
to do something about your body.
Before
but
you
not
eat it, something
because-
like,
yeah.
is this good for us? Is this
Yeah.
good for this
Yes,
person?
yes,
That
Yeah, it's
yes.
not from a
I'm
point
taking
of-
care of. Like, it's like
Exactly.
saying, is this food good for my child?
Exactly.
So is this good for my body?
Yeah.
No.
But you have to love it first.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Before you can do something good for your body. That's such
Yeah.
a great
Amen.
point.
Yeah, because when you're coming from that other perspective, I think that's where extremism now comes in.
Yeah.
That's how people get to points of anorexia, because you just hate yourself so much.
hate
Yeah.
yourself,
You're
so
like, I
you
should
damage
deprive.
it.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, that type of thing. So speaking to yourself kindly is so
Important.
you guys, it makes
And
such a
if-
difference.
And if you speak
Yeah.
to yourself kindly, other people will too. They'll get in line.
Yeah.
All those
And-
people that have been speaking
They'll know that they
badly
can't
and
talk to you a
rudely,
certain
they will
way.
know that they can't speak to you a certain
Yes.
way.
Amen.
Because they can see
Yes.
you love yourself.
Yeah.
It's automatic. It's like
They have no choice
Yeah.
but to get in line.
It
It's a
becomes like a
ripple
pattern.
effect. Yes,
A ripple effect. It's like a pattern that just
Yeah.
keeps on going in your life. So also, I was thinking about one thing I would say to myself for sure is to stop buying trash. This is the
Trash is
thing.
expensive.
You've always talked about that,
So-
actually.
Right? Because when I learned it in my life, I was like, oh my God, I was wasted so much
wasted
money
so much
buying trash. Which is why if you know me now, I'm not a person who buys trash. I'm not rich, but I don't buy kasasiro.
Yeah. You'd wait.
I'd rather wait and I get X amount and I buy something really, really good. Also, really, really good things don't necessarily have to cost
be
so much.
expensive.
But you
Yeah.
guys, the kasasiro we used to be buying, where is it now even? Like, do you know things
You
you
have
can get?
bought things 100
you buy a
times
thing,
over.
You buy
It
a thing,
tears.
it's there, it's anyhow.
Then it gets measles and you
Then
can't
you buy
wear
another
it
one for 10K,
anymore.
then you buy another one for 10K, then you buy...
Eventually, you've spent like 2 million.
It's such a waste of
Over
money.
time,
And we
yeah.
had this friend who we never used to understand. She was always so classy. She was people would save her 500K and buy 5 tops from the UK. Come on, like, sis, you can go to Galilaya
And
to
buy
buy
like
tops.
20 of them for like 5.
But for her, she still has her tops.
Yeah.
She still has her tops.
I'm going to have you on this
Maybe
one.
not in a bad way, you guys also. I also have my things from Galilaya. Calm down, all right? I have them. But it's just that we would go and buy the fake stuff. Because the truth is there's the fake stuff and the
the
really
real
nice stuff.
stuff,
I have some really good things, actually. Some few
From
items that I
Galilaya.
bought from
You know,
down there that are
those
good.
white racists who say, but I have black friends.
Lord. Release me.
Speak.
Release me.
Please release
But you just need to be, I just would tell myself to be a lot more choosy. Because honestly, I was wasting money. Instead of going down there and buying that one nice jacket, I go and buy 16 stupid tops. You know what I mean? And it wastes a lot of your money. I wish I would definitely tell myself, and also you young ladies, I know that temptation is there of like, let me buy 10K, 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 but if you are actually buying 5 nice things as opposed to 20 fake ones, you guys, even now you can still be wearing them at 32. Yeah. Don't waste your money. Yeah. I would tell Fiona, stop wasting money, Kemi. Not worth it.
So I think my last one is very specific, and because I know there's so many people, 20-year-old, 21, 22, 23-year-olds that are married or in serious committed relationship, or, you know, relationships. And I think the thing that gripes me most about being married and young is that there are a lot of older women, you know, older women that are giving their experienced opinion as gospel truth. And why I'm saying is that I would tell myself, because I was also married young.
Yeah.
I would tell, then you see those people, first of all, no one is telling you the truth, the 100% the truth. They're telling you the truth, but they're bits and pieces, yeah? No married person will ever come and tell you exactly 100% what they're fully going through. They take bits and pieces that they're comfortable talking about. Yeah. So, and what usually 90% of married women who mentor married girls are giving off, and I don't blame them. It's no one. I'm not going to sit here and tell you this is what my husband does to me. This is this is the other day we fought about this. No one's going to tell you that. That's the honest truth. But being so young and impressionable, I felt like there was something wrong with me. You know, I always felt like there was something wrong with me, because the other people, older women that were giving me the advice, they were like, yeah, that's simple. First, for me, I did like this, I did like this, I did like this. They didn't tell you the in between, the real, marriage is not a bed of roses. Okay, it's a bed of roses, but it has thorns. It has those very prickly thorns. Imagine falling into a bed of roses.
Painful.
Do you understand?
And the smell is nice, yes.
The smell is nice, it looks pretty, but when you're in there, it is not as pretty as it seems. Yeah. Now, even like, it doesn't matter, two people getting together from different circumstances, 9 out of 10 times you find that they're having some difficulty. They have friction, like you have with your sisters or friends, things like that. It's normal.
Yeah.
So what I would tell myself is that take the advice that works for you and leave the one that doesn't.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, because what we usually do is that, Fiona has given me advice, I'm going to take it and do it. The other one has given me advice, but what's wrong with me? It's not working. It's not working because it's not for you.
There's no formula.
There's no formula. There's no one size fits all. You know, because I see a lot of young married say, what financial advice? You guys, I've been married twice. It's just different. It's different. And for you feel like you're failing. At some point, you have to take Fiona's, take Prim's, marry them with yours. Because even you're going to find a different way of, the way you think your finances are going to go before you get married. Your first year is different, your second year is different. For me, that's how it worked out for me. That we just figure it out as we go. We take some advice here, take some advice here. Yeah. We try it. If it doesn't work, leave it, release it. There's nothing wrong with you. So I tell myself that there's nothing wrong with me.
Yeah.
Because I know there are married women out there. There are married young women out there, and they're feeling like there's something wrong with you. There's nothing wrong with you. The sex doesn't have to be great yet. You're 23, honey. It takes a while to figure it out, you know? When you see other people saying, oh, the sex is amazing and stuff, take what you take, don't what you don't. And just, you're figuring it out. Don't be so hard on yourself. 23, you're such a baby.
Yeah.
You know, in this life, because you're just out of your parents' home, now you're in your married to home. You've been in your parents' home for 23 years. You've barely lived your own life. Now you're having to figure out your own home. Give yourself time. Be kind to yourself. And don't let other people's perception or stories or whatnot make you feel like any less of yourself. Yeah.
Oh, that's a good one. I think my last one is... I was thinking about specifically Kemi Jisha. Like I thought about me, what I'd tell me. And I think another thing I would tell me is that your worth is not, okay, it's kind of related to something I said earlier, but your worth is not wrapped up in who you're with. I feel like for a long time, I know now, actually not feel like, for now I know that for a long time, my worth was wrapped up in which relationship I'm in. And I don't know, I guess what that looks like. And oh my God, does he get along with my friends? And what does this mean? And da-da-da-da. Like it was so all-encompassing, and I think that's why also I continue to be in like as if serial monogamy, relationship to relationship, relationship to relationship. Do you know what I mean? And it's just like your worth is not wrapped up in that at all. If anything, it distracted me from being able to do a lot more work on just
yourself,
me, right? So yeah, you're going to, it's like you'll be flooded with all these, all this attention and stuff. And you guys, yeah, I know it just sounds like pretty girl problems.
Speak for yourself.
Sarah,
we do not relate to this.
Some people are there even looking for one boyfriend.
I know when she says all this attention, I'm just like, speaking my truth.
I feel like I need to
my truth.
very quickly say that the fear you're feeling right now is not permanent.
Yeah.
All that negative feeling you're feeling, and saying fear because I get a lot of DMs from young girls, and I know I used to fear. 23-year-old me would never have been on this show.
Yeah.
You get, I would never have been on this show. I didn't feel good enough or pretty enough, although I was confident in myself.
Fiona doesn't
I was still, I was confident, but I would never have seen myself here because of the fear, you know. So, and there's so many feelings that we feel as young women. It's not permanent, so don't make decisions based off those feelings.
Yeah, and I feel like that continues in life. Even now, there are things that we fear.
Yeah,
it's not like there's ever a day when you won't fear things.
True.
Yeah, but it's really not permanent. Like in that moment, you need
to. Like, oh my God.
Yeah, it feels like, man, okay, this is the end of the world. But yeah, I feel like those were our points about what we would tell our younger selves, and we definitely want to hear from you guys. Tell us what would you tell younger you? What would you tell younger you? Actually want to hear from fellas as well. That would be interesting. Yeah. Like, because your things are so different from our experiences.
I know you hope to be rich enough to just throw your iPhone in air like this without worries. It will break.
You can buy another one.
I will tell my younger self that you could play with an iPhone.
Okay, let's manifest. But thank you so much, guys, for joining us, and we definitely want to hear from you guys. We have to shout out this new space that you are seeing.
Yeah.
Modern living.
Should I give them a little sample?
Just wow! Are you seeing? It's Ugandan-made furniture. It's beautiful accessories. Definitely check them out. We'll leave their info so that you also get good things. No, also you'll be shining in such a space. Subscribe,
and
bye.
Press the notification button. So
and we will see you next time so that she can throw her iPhone some more.
Bye. Bye, guys.
Hi guys, welcome to our YouTube channel. Guys, real raw.
Oh, sorry. Welcome to the Unpopular Opinion.
Okay, let me say the unpopular opinion. Sorry guys, it's been a month. Okay, can we start?
Yeah.
Yeah, but when you say real raw,
there.
Okay.
Yeah. Okay. Okay, who is saying and who is saying real?
Real raw. We're saying it all.
Okay, cool. All right. I can just start.
Yes.
Hi guys, welcome to the Unpopular Opinion.
Real
Bro, and we're saying it all.